I'm sure you already have tons. And please give a very warm Liverpool welcome to Grace Helbig.
I'm just going to stand, because when I sit I get nervous energy and it looks uncomfortable for everyone to look at. So now you get to see me stand with nervous energy. Yeah! Hi, the humans of Liverpool! This is so exciting! You are the first book signing of the UK, which is like, wow, you guys have so much to live up to in my mind. Like, tonight is the night that you set expectations that I carry with me for the rest of this tour. So, no pressure or anything, but like, be really memorable. Okay, thank you. So before we get into the signing, we're gonna do some Q&A. Yeah! Watch this. I just want to prove how strong I am for a second. Did it. Perfect. So strong. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, please raise your hand like school, which I think you guys are probably all either avoiding right now, or I've been following you guys all on Twitter and Tumblr all day looking at everything. So thank you for all of you that have evaded real human adult responsibilities to be here with me tonight. This will be not informative or good for you, but it'll be fun. Okay, let's get into some questions. Yes? You right there.
Why is it fabulous?
Start real light. Got it. I know. I mean, I'm wearing like a Kardashian Ghostbusters outfit tonight, so it's not fabulous. It is that's kind of how I define my style on all levels. But thank you. I like your scarf. I think it's really fabulous. Oh, but Poppy wasn't born. Yes. Yes.
So you've been blonde and brunette and so have I. Do you think it's true that blondes have more fun?
Do blondes have more fun? Yeah. I feel like... Oh, okay, some. Yeah. Do I have more fun as a blonde? I feel more comfortable as a blonde, which I guess means I have more fun because of my comfort zones. But I think that whole phrase, blondes have more fun, is like for people that are like, I'm kind of boring, so I'm going to make a phrase that makes me seem more interesting. So like, empower yourselves, guys. Make up phrases for yourselves and your attributes. Yes?
Oh, so the costumes in your book are really great. Which one was your favourite one to film and stuff?
Say that again. Okay. I'm so sorry. I've also been told that I needed to have a translator here with me tonight. All of your accents are very accents, and I can barely understand an American accent, so I preemptively apologize to all of you for just doing this when I don't know what's happening.
It's fine. So, all the costumes in your book, which one was your favourite? Like to film?
Costumes. All the costumes in my book. Which one was my favorite? I actually got this question earlier, but I got a question that said, what was my favorite photo from the book? And one of the favorite moments that I think could also be my favorite costume was the photo of me hitting Hannah in the face with bread. Because I was on a break during the photo shoot that day. We were all like on lunch, and the photographer Robin Romer, who shot this book, also shot Hannah's book, and so Hannah decided to come to set one day to say hi because Robin's a good friend of hers. And while we were eating lunch, I was like, oh, by the way, right when you're done, I'm gonna go hit you in the face with bread and we're gonna take a photo of it if you don't mind. So I was wearing a Jersey Girl shirt that my mom brought me from when she came to visit in LA, and just like, those are my normal human clothes. Like, those weren't even clothes that I put on to look quirky in the photo. Those were like sweatpants and a Jersey Girl t-shirt. So that, I think, might have been my favorite costume. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's just enjoy each other's faces for a little bit.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Your book is brilliant, but how hard was it to write? Because it reads really funny, but I imagine while writing it, you're just like, oh, I suck.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of the creative process for anything creative. You're like, is this awful or is this great? I feel like it's awful. You're constantly going to be like, I'm terrible, and they're going to find out someday that I'm making up all of this stuff and that I'm just a fraud and none of this is real and blah, blah, blah. But it was stressful, and I write really stream of consciously how I talk. So thankfully my editor was okay with that. She was like, okay, you don't need to have actual sentence structure. Like literally 90% of the book is just run-on sentences of me babbling about nonsense. And she was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, this is books. This is how it happens. Yeah, so the whole time it was stressful at some times. And honestly, the first time that I read the entire book back was when I was recording the audio version of it. And I was recording it in a booth with a guy, a stranger man, that was recording it for me. And as I was reading it out loud, I would have all these like epiphanies about things, because it was the first time I was reading it out loud. And that was not the place to have like epiphanies about things I should have edited or changed. But it was also the first time that I read all of my mom's words of wisdom, because when she sent those to me, I just forwarded them to my editor like instantly. I was like, deadline, go, send. I have other things to worry about. And I would read them in the audio recording sessions being like, don't sit under an apple tree waiting for oranges to grow. Oh, Mom, that's sweet. And he's like, can you do it one more time without the, oh, Mom, that's sweet? So yeah, the creative process is always super stressful. Just try and hold on to that like 2% nugget of faith that you're doing something that you should be doing and want to be doing. Yeah.
How long did it take to plan the photos in your book?
How to plan the photos in the book?
Yeah.
I was still writing the book while we were taking photos for the book. So it was kind of an interesting process. And it's a testament to Robin as a photographer that she was able to just, without question, I would say, hey, we need bread for this photo. I haven't written this part yet, but trust me, it's in the book. I need to hit Hannah with it. And she'd be like, great, got it, we have a loaf. And I'm like, this is fantastic. So Robin really kind of like spearheaded the whole photography side of it and was awesome. Really, really great. Okay, let's go to the, yeah, right there.
Have you picked up any like British terms? Yeah.
Have I picked up any British phrases? Tims? Is that what you said?
Terms. Terms.
Oh, you're all saying it at once. I still have no idea what you're saying. Yes, yell more. Everyone yell. This is how I am in France, where I'm just like, I need the baguette. I've picked up that right now. Thank you. Anytime someone says rubbish, that's rubbish, I'm like, that's hilarious. And I've forgotten what is rubbish because I'm only focused on that phrase. So that's maybe my favorite one because people use it so offhandedly, and I'm like, now you're a cartoon character to me. It's great. You guys have a great language, and I love it very much, and I respect it, and I do not mean to offend it in any way. Yes. Yes.
Oh, what animal would you most like to put into a giant cake?
What animal would I most like to put into a
giant cake?
Into a giant cake?
Yeah.
To live there forever, or with the hopes that they would escape, like as a birthday party, like there's an animal out of your cake. What's that? The birthday thing? Who would I think would enjoy being in the cake? Because I don't want it to be torture, because that's just like, the animal people will really be upset. I always want to say a sea otter for everything, because I just feel like they're so fun, and they understand, like, we're all gonna die, so, like, let's just have fun. I feel like they would love being in a cake, and they have, like, for some reason, I mean, I've spent a lot of time around sea otters, and they have really great comedic timing, so I feel like they would really turn that popping out of a cake thing into something special. Viral video, big time. So I would say sea otter, as long as they don't. Do they? No, they're mammals. They don't need water to live. Got it. Okay, sea otter. Yes?
Is there a British YouTuber you haven't worked with yet that you really want to work with?
A British YouTuber I haven't worked with yet that I really want to work with. Essie Button. I don't know if she counts as British because she's from Canada. So, that's definitely not a British YouTuber. Canada is one of the great countries to visit while you're in the UK. I just associate her with that because she's so proper and polite and lovely. So let me think of an alternative. Marcus Butler. I've never done anything with, and I think he's really funny. And also Naomi, spelled it with an I in there. It's a sneak attack. I think she's also super lovely, and she cooks really, really well and decorates really, really well. That I would love to just have a half-hour video of her teaching me how to actually be an adult. Would be very cool. Okay, all the way back there.
What inspired you to write a book?
What inspired me to write a book? In my brain that I wanted to write a book for a while, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to write. And then both Hannah and Mamrie got book deals, and I got competitive. And I watched this. And so that was part of it. It wasn't nearly like the impetus for it, but I just wanted to do the physicality of writing, and I felt like the idea I had I was really excited about, and when you're excited about making something creative, it feels easier to do and it feels better to do that. I went to college or university, TAMS, to be a screenwriter. I wanted to write movies first. And so I got away from that by performing and doing web videos, and so getting back into just the pure physicality of using a pen and doing this, these are letters, was really great. So I think it was a combination of things that happened at the right time, and I'm really happy with it, so all good. Yes?
Do you have any advice for people that are sort of finishing university and have no idea what to do?
People that are finishing university and don't know what to do, advice. One, that's okay. That's like the majority of people don't know what they want to do. I think you have to kind of go with your gut a little bit. I feel like everyone has those feelings where they think, I don't know, I have no direction, I have no desire to do anything, but there's something small in the corner of your gut that's like, but why don't you try creating that children's musical? And so, I think listening to that really small voice that you maybe ignore because you're afraid of it is really important to do. Because I think fear, which I feel on a constant basis, and I think we all do, is a really strong emotion to listen to and follow. Because when you're afraid of something, obviously you care about it in some capacity. I wouldn't follow like spiders or sharks or any of that stuff, but like fear of creating something or getting a job that you think you might not be best at or whatever it is, I think it's interesting to see what happens when you follow your fear, which is a fundamental improv rule. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, you back there. Oh my God, you called it.
Will you marry me?
I don't believe in the construct of marriage. My parents are divorced. But this solves everything. But thank you, that's very flattering. Yeah, right, you and then the guy behind you.
Would you ever think of writing a book with Hannah and Mamrie?
Would I ever think of writing a book with Hannah and Mamrie? God, how would that go? Jesus. I feel like we'd have to all be in like separate rooms constantly to do it. It's one thing making a video with them because it's, very much in the moment. Writing a book is very thoughtful, and you have to, plan and really dedicate time to it. But I would not say no to that. I would, if there was an idea that I think we were all equally excited about, because that's the best part. When all three of us are equally excited about something, it usually turns out really well. That's why the fart soundboard challenge videos are because we get really excited about cleverly named fart noises. Okay, yeah, behind her.
Did you ever like get a bit bored of writing and just kind of give up for a bit?
Did I ever get bored of writing and give up? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you feel every emotion when you're writing, and the greatest feeling is repressing all of those memories after you're done writing. Yeah, it's hard to continue to do it, especially when you write a paper, like a 5-page paper or something. You're like, okay, this is hard, and now 5 pages done, but this is like 200 plus pages of words, and so you really can't give up. The good thing is I thrive off of deadlines because I have like this crippling fear of letting someone down, and so having an editor who was a friend to me at that point and is still a friend to me, it felt like I was letting her down. So thankfully she was really nice. If my editor had been like a huge bitch, I'd be like, fuck you, I'll write it whenever I want to. But she was so nice that it really made me feel bad if I wasn't continuously handing in chapters. So yeah, so that fear wasn't a great impetus or motivation to get that going. But yeah, it happens all the time. Everyone has to find out for themselves what re-motivates them, and it's different for everyone. Not everyone can just drink a vodka soda, watch Real Housewives, and get back on track. Yeah, right there. Well, ear, eyeball, hat, and then one behind you. Yeah.
I promise I'm not swearing at you.
I didn't hear anything you said.
I promise I'm not swearing at you.
So you promise you're not swearing at me? Great start.
I did ship.
Shipped.
The other one. How many ships could a ship ship if a ship could ship?
What?
Yeah, that.
It's like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Got it.
Yeah, why does everyone need to know? Can we all be okay with not knowing the answer to that at some point?
I said 42, so she needs to know. So
Hannah has opinions. She's a little fireball. I'm like a real dull match. I don't really need to know. I think, I'm sorry, I mean 43. Yeah, nailed it. Eat shit, Hannah. Yeah, behind you.
Would you rather never sleep again or never eat again?
So just die either way. Okay, how do I want to die? By not sleeping or not eating? I'd say not sleeping. Eating is the best thing ever. And food is great. Sleeping can cause nightmares. It can cause weird tremors. People puke in their sleep and choke on it and die. I don't want to do any of that. So I think eating is probably the more beautiful way to go. Also, like, chips, right, guys?
Yeah.
Crisps, also. Yes, glasses. And then more other glasses in front after.
What was it like moving from one side of the country to the other?
How is it moving from one side of the country to the other? It's always scary when you move. You're like, oh, routine is nice because it's familiar and normal. To start something new is always terrifying. That's why, like, when I go to a hotel, I just do room service. I never try and venture out on the street. And then, like, when I travel with Hannah and I call her in the morning, she's already been out on the streets for like 4 hours. She wakes up at like 6 a.m. It's like, I'm just going to find things with my eyes. And I'm like, no, I'm going to sit in bed and order room service because I know that. It was great because a lot of people I knew that were familiar to me in New York were moving at the same time. So there was like a sense of familiarity, even in a brand new place. And I'd also spent a decent chunk of time shooting like my music in Los Angeles and doing pilot season and things like that. So it didn't feel completely new. There was some level of comfort, but it was terrifying. And LA is wonderful and terrible, and New York is wonderful and terrible, and London is wonderful and terrible. And I think everywhere you go, it's wonderful and terrible, but it's fun to focus on the wonderfuls. Yes, other glasses.
When you were really little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, when I was really little, so many things. We're idiots when we're kids. I wanted to be in the Swim with the Dolphins program, and then when I found out that like dolphins rape each other, I was like, no, I'm good. And also, like, I realized I'm really afraid of animals, like, a lot. And the idea of now getting in the water with a dolphin is kind of scary to me. I wanted to be a professional gymnast because I thought I would be 4'9" forever. And then I wanted to be, what else did I want to be? I I wanted to be like a travel blogger when blogs were really big and people were taking photographs of like them in Paris and in London and the UK and everywhere. I wanted to do that at one point, and then when I was a sophomore at university, I realized I wanted to do comedy. And I didn't know what I wanted to do in comedy, but I knew I had this like crazy night and a weird epiphany where the only sentence I kept saying was, I want to make people laugh, and that was it. And then it was a journey to figure out how to do that afterwards. And that felt like a really important moment in my life, and really cool. So, sorry dolphins, I'll be over here. Yes?
Who would you say is your favourite Jonas brother?
Oh, who is my favorite Jonas brother? I mean, they're all stellar. They're all just like grade A's, 10s. How many are married?
One.
And one's gay, right? No, one's like maybe though. One's like, you know, like 80%. So the other one, the third one, that's my favorite. Yeah, over there in the cloud sweater thing. Oh, it's a farm! That's adorable.
Would you and Mamrie ever think about doing a Hey UK?
Oh, would Mamrie and I ever do a Hey UK? Well, yeah. I mean, duh. The UK is where I first saw Mamrie eat room service lasagna off the floor. And from that moment on, I knew this was a special place for us. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. There's a lot of factors, unfortunately. We can't just be like, we're doing this, and then it happens. So there's a lot of factors that get involved, but if any of the factors were to lead us to that, we would never say no. This is a great place, and I just like watching Mamrie try and understand accents here. A great pastime. 2 more questions. No pressure, but make them fucking great. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
How excited are you for your TV program?
How excited am I for a TV program to come out? My TV program to come out. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm really excited and also really terrified because it feels like a really cool opportunity to make something really cool. It also feels like a really stressful opportunity to try not to make something that totally sucks a dick. So I'm kind of at the crossroads of being really excited, and I still have some time to, you know, overanalyze it and freak myself out a little bit before we get started with it. But the people that are slowly getting more involved in it are really great quality people, and people that I think are really funny and just nice humans. So it's shaping up to be something really cool. Do you guys have E here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Whew. So if the show doesn't get the ratings, I'm coming back and hunting them all down. Because you just told me. Okay, last question. Yes?
If you were going to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which one would you choose and why?
If I was going to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which one would I choose and why? Oh man, this is where me not watching television does not help me with this question. Everyone loves, right? Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, he's there, right? TARDIS, all of that. All of the hits, they're all there. This is like literally listening to your mom try to relate to you. If I really had to be trapped in, I don't think you guys had...
the new block.
Yes!
Yes!
Yeah! Can you tell? Like, this is, I watched a few episodes of that show, and I think it's great. Do you work for the show? Okay, it worked. Piper, is she the main girl?
Yeah.
She's not here. Calm down. Crazy Eyes is not here. Yeah, maybe that. That seems like a great show. But I do remember the one thing that I thought was so cool about that show is that I heard a quote that was in an article from the girl that plays Piper. And, yeah, from Taylor. Yep, you got it. And she was saying, I guess there was one big like fight scene or something where two girls started fighting and then they started fucking in some way. Yeah. So anyway, that aside, she was saying this is such a powerful scene because in what other show have you seen, I don't know, 30 or 40 female actresses, strong female actresses in one scene together, just one scene, and I thought that was such a cool thing. So like, yeah, feminism, yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for your questions. I hope that this was enjoyable. Know, I love taking selfies, so I would love to take a bunch of selfies with all you guys, so just please make sure your cameras are ready, and also I want to sign all of your books for you guys. I can't really do more than that because there's a lot of people here and I want to make sure that I get to say hi to all of you, so yeah, let's have a fun night. Thank you guys.